Good morning, sir. Our selected leader is Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, and our group member is Anbu Veerapradap, Shankar Subramani, Selvakumar Sivaprasad, and Sivakumar Prem Kumar. And now I am tell you about our group presentation. Leaders are Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister of Canada, and Mary T. Barra, CEO of General Motors. And then I'm telling now introduction to leadership theory. This presentation compares political and corporate leadership using four key theories applied to Justin Trudeau and Mary Barra. Under the theories are triad theory, leader-member exchange, skill-based leadership, disruptive leaderships. The leadership remains a dynamic and a multidimensional concept. The study of leaderships incorporates various theory that help to explain how individual influence, inspire, and guides others toward common goals. This presentation explores leaderships through both political and corporate lenses, applying academically grounded framework to critical access to internationally recognized leaders. For this analysis, we applied a triad theory and a leader-member exchange to Prime Minister Justin Trudeau and skills approach and descriptive leadership to CEO Mary Barra. These theories are drawn from classical and contemporary leadership models covered within module. The selected framework enable a corporative evolution of the leader's decision making, communication styles, and relationship management. Strategies across vastly different context, national governments, and multinational corporate leaderships. And the next to this Justin Trudeau leadership profile. The Justin Trudeau elected prime ministers in 2015, re-elected in 2019 and 2021. The leader of Canada, Justin Trudeau, led COVID-19 response and economic recovery packages, advocate strongly for gender parity and indigenous reconciliations, promoted Canada's role in global climate leadership. Justin Trudeau has served as the 23rd Prime Minister of Canada since 2015, leading the Liberal Party through a transformative period marked by a global crisis and domestic reforms. Known for these progressive visions and emphasis on inclusivity, Trudeau has positioned himself as a modern, empathetic leader with a strong focus on social justice, climate actions, and multiculturalisms. His leadership has been tested through complex challenges such as a COVID-19 pandemic, economic and recovery, and international polity conflicts. Trudeau's public persona is shaped not only by his policies, but also by his communication skills. Charisma and emotional intelligence are often seen as a control to his influence. As a son of a former Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau, his background also invites analysis of inherited and developed leaderships. And then next topic will tell by Shankar.
Yeah. 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 I would like to explain about Trudeau and trade theory. The trade theory, one of the earliest leadership frameworks, posters the leaders are distinguished by initiate and developed characteristics such as intelligence, self-confidence, determination, integrity, and sociability. Justin Trudeau's leadership align with this model, especially through the emotional intelligence, characteristics, communication, and social awareness. And Trudeau demonstrate a high openness to experience, even in his progressive stance on immigration and climate change. His agreeableness and empathetic nature are central to the appeal. Mm, partially in the emotional charged public address and moments of a national crisis, while Christie's questions the depth of the discernations, his ability to engage with a diverse audience and convey optimism contribute significantly to the leadership presence. The trade theory provides a useful lens to understand Trudeau's public leadership style. Through it is an important to note it may not fully explain conceptually performance or adaptability under stress. Mm, Trudeau employed traced theory through emotional intelligence and charisma and social awareness, empathy and openness, high integrity sensitivity. Yeah. And the next slide is Trudeau's and leader member exchange. Leader member exchange, the theory examines the quality of dyadic relations between the leader and the individual subordinates. High quality LMX relationships are marked by trust, mutual respect, and shared responsibility, while low quality exchanges involve formal, role defined interactions with limited engagement. Trudeau's leadership within the Liberal Party provides examples of both high and low LMX dynamics. His close collaboration with the senior cabinet member such as Chrystia Freeland and Francio Filippi Champagny reflects strong in a group cohesion, strategic alignment, and mm, mutual trust of Prime Minister of Canada 2025. However, his handling the descendant, including the removal of cabinet minister Judy Wilson, Raybould, and Jane Philippot during the SNC Lavalin controversy revealed a clear division between in a group and out-group members. Harris 2019. These actions attracted criticism and indicate a boundary in a leadership, marketing, and relation building. A conflict and fallout with the decision insiders. They reflects the impact of personalized leadership exchanges on policy execution and party unit Harris in 2019. And the next slide is Justin Trudeau critical evaluation. Trudeau's compelling leadership combines charisma, progressive ideals, strong communication, and impact symbolization. He draws a lot of his power on a profound emotional intelligence, his unconventional skill on connecting with the masses, and focus on inclusivity. Together, these qualities have helped to share the identity of Canada as a social liberal and outward looking country. However, the relationship of Trudeau's come with its challenge, and the essential Lavin affair and his approach to intelligence rights have led critics to question whether his leadership is more performative or overly reliant on image management. Harris 2019. Besides his highly group approach to the leadership that is exemplified by LMX theory has led to accusations of favorism and intolerance towards the internal opposition, as well as a culture in concern. Trudeau has been able to lead on embracing diversity and multiculturalism, but he has also faced a criticism in terms of political correctness and controversies over authentication. Span in 2018, the strong interpersonal skills and public engagement promotes inclusive and progressive values, acquisitions of symbols leadership over substances. Cultural impact, positioned Canada as globally progressive but under security domestically. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. The next slide will be explained by the Veera Pratap. Thank you.
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah. My topic is Mary Berra leadership profiles. Mary Berra is promoted to CEO in 2014 after 13 years at General Motors. Engineering background support deep product knowledges. Mary Berra T. Barrow has become the first woman chief executive officer of a large worldwide automaker company. Has she become the head of General Motors GM as of 2014 and having a progress within the company as an engineered executive, she has always been a good example of the result-oriented leadership style based on a fact knowledge of the organizations and a long-term strategic approach. And Barra took over at a critical times and lead to the company through a deep immigrations and a switch safety critics at the beginning of his leaderships. After the difficult time periods, he shifted General Motors GM to a more productive standards and made ambitious commitments and to sustainable development, self-driving cars and digitalizations. And her leadership is marked by transparency, on accountability, and a firm commitment to involvement. GM 2022. Through his statistics efforts, Barra has been able to combine technological changes and culture within the firm without compromising operational excellence, which is unusual to most established manufacturing firms. The next topic is Mara Bara and the skills approach. The skills approach to leadership focus on the ability that can be leads and develop, namely technical, humans, and conceptual skills. Rio 2022. Mary Barra this model through her progressive from a technical role to strategic corporate leaderships. Barra technical skills will cult during her early career in engineering and product developments. Her deep of vehicle system has informed her decision making on product safety and innovations. Her human skills are in her emphasis on the team communications, stockholder stocks and employee accountability. And then during the immigration switch crisis, as CEO as a conscript skills has been because increasable promotes most notable in a long-term version of LGD and sustainability. Barra ability to move across all three skills domain supports across GMs, technical teams, and external stockholders. And the next topic is Mara Bara and descriptive leaderships. Descriptive leadership is a characteristics by a leader's ability to challenge the embrace innovations and drive large-scale transformations. And Mary Barra leadership at a General Motors work is a strategy to electric vehicles, uh, autonomous mobility, and digital integration in a case studies. And then Barra launched General Motors into the bold new programs of 000 crashes. and zero emissions, zero configurations, and to highlighting the company's focus on social impact and disruption in technology. 2018. Under his administration, GM has invested more in electrical vehicles technology, including partnership with the Honda and LG Chims. The developments of the battery platforms and developments of self-driving technology via curious uh, automatics. One of the key difference in the leaderships of Bara is the ability to match disruptive innovations with an extremely through approach to operations. He has cast example international industry by changing the culture of GM of reactive. Uh, this can clearly has been a model to be followed by transformation in legal industries. Next topic is explained by Shiv Prasad.
Yeah. Now I am going to explain about Mary Barrow critical evolution, visionary leadership in EV and mobility, strong risks management and transparencies, faces criticisms on GM's EV market prices, ongoing culture shift with GM presence resistance, influence in the reshaping of legal automakers. Barry is an helicopter across the world as an visionary, disciplined, and of course, relation leader. A strategy oriented toward electrification and sustainability mobility not only landed GM at the front of industry innovation, but also protected GM's legal operations. While she is the specifically celebrated as someone who is operating a legacy business while stimulating upsetting establishment, which would be rare template for automobile manufacturer. Maribero designs activation on the early integrations which recall display transparency, accountability, and integrity, thereby building stakeholders' trust. In the year of her leadership, GM invested in electric and self-driving vehicles as increased significantly, along with the consistent external message on the change. However, difficulties still remain. For example, marketers observe the relevant mobility paces of GM compared to EV-only rivals like Tesla and BYD. Reconstructing the organization to transform from its traditional manufacturer cultures is facing significant internal resistance. It is a challenge process to maintain profitability in the face of growing research and development costs and strengthen geopolitical uncertainty. And the next topic is comparative analysis. Oh, sorry. Trade-off. Subject to water preservation and public policy outcomes, Barra focused on innovation, profitability, and optional changes. On the trade theory, sustainability for the chances-driven public figures, skill approaches, idea for evaluating leadership in technical organization, different measures of success, influence versus performance metrics. On the next topic is comparative analysis part 2. LXM highlights transparency on international loyalty and on this receptives examines Barrow's industrial shifting innovation strategy, relationship based vs changing based leadership, balance of trust vs risk taking, um, context defense model efficiency, politics vs enterprises innovation. LMX theory and distributed leadership provides two opposing framework to the influence people and develop changes, while applied to Trellan LMX theory focus on the nature of leadership following relationship and the dilemmas of industries of outsiders. And the next topic is conclusion. In conclusion, we are going to see about context specification models enhancing leadership understanding, leadership traits and skill are not manually excessive. Global challenges require emotional intelligence and visionary leadership. Innovation leadership requires courage, foresight, and execution. Relationship dynamics can make or break organization coherence. The current comparative study on leadership shows how the situation, personal aptitude, and theoretical focus converges to influence successful leadership. Justin Treden is an example of leadership whose leadership is based on personal characters, traits, and interpersonal leadership relationship, which is one of the best qualities of political leaders. Whereas the opponent of Moses and Coherent among the people plays an important role. Mary Barrow, by contrast, represents another model of leadership based on skill, experts, and innovation, and shows how legacy firms can transfer themselves with the help of bold vision and strategic alignment. Both leaders showcase adapts capability, but their methods reflect different ends of the leadership spectrum. Trident leads mostly through influence and engagement, and Barrow mostly leads by structural and transformation. And these are the reference we used in this project.